As the president hosted the Chicago Cubs, Derek Jeter, another star baseball player, maybe a brand new buyer stepping up to the plate for the Miami Marlins. Charlie Gasparino has hit a home run on this reporting over and over, but now what?
I mean, this guy just doesn't want to let it go. I mean, that's a good thing. It shows his tenacity.
Derek.
Yes.
We're on first name terms.
Yeah, it's Derek. And although Derek's investment banker, Greg Fleming, is a friend of mine.
You're on first name basis with Greg Fleming.
I'm definitely on first name with Greg. Here's what we do know. As we last reported, I think it was 2 days ago, that Jorge Mas, the South Florida billionaire, very politically and socially connected family to South Florida and the Miami area, is probably in the lead. We understand that he has the money, the cash to put it down. He can almost write the check himself if he really wanted to. He's worth about $2 billion. The price tag of the Marlins will go for $1.1 billion. But what we do understand is that these other possible bidders are not going away quietly. First off, we should point out the Tag Romney Group, Mitt Romney's son. You know, I hate calling him Mitt Romney's son because he's more than that. I mean, this guy runs a hedge fund. He's a smart kid, smart guy. He's a kid because he's a little younger than me. I don't mean to be diminutive of this.
At 37, he's a kid.
Yeah, but he's very smart. He's very accomplished. He runs a hedge fund, and he does have a significant amount of from what I understand, of resources for the bid. And and what sources are saying, he's getting close to the number, the $1.1 billion number. We should point out that the Derek Jeter Group is still raising money. That means Jeter and Fleming are still out there, and they're raising money. Again, Jorge Mas is said to have the funding for the $1.1 billion. It's mostly cash. We should point out none of these parties return calls. We're getting this from people close to them in Major League Baseball. But I guess the point is this. You could see a situation where Jeter and Romney actually become minority partners in the Miami Marlins that's run by the Jorge Mas and his family.
Okay.
At least that's...
So they all come together in one great stockpile.
And they just say kumbaya. And we should point out, why is this important for our viewers? I mean, listen, baseball is a big business. It's a $1.1 billion takeover we're talking about here. That's the sale. It's a troubled franchise. And
Fox carries the games.
Right. And by the way, all the people involved, they're not just sports figures. I mean, they're businessmen. That's what we cover. And the interesting thing about the Jorge Mas family is just how connected they are to the South Florida community. His father, Jorge Mas Canosa, again, major player in Cuban politics, Cuban-American politics for many years, head of a refugee organization, the biggest one. I believe his son now...
By the way, came to this country with nothing.
Yeah, and when he died in '97, the stated numbers were $100 million. His son has been quite the entrepreneur. He has He has money in Mostech, which is their infrastructure firm, but also in private equity. So here's where we are. I think you got to give Mas credit. He's the guy at the lead. I think the other two, I think that the likelihood is that they become minority owners with their cash. And then Mas runs it. I mean, that's where it's looking right now. Again, we're covering this day by day. If I get an update before the end of the day, I'll call
Miami Marlins news. And